Welcome to When Money Feels Spicy, Navigating Emotions and Building Financial Strength. I'm Angela Taylor, and in conjunction with the MACCP, or the Manitoba Association of Community Care Providers, and in partnership with the CSA Settlement Committee, we have put together a four-part series that unpacks all of the emotions surrounding money. A land acknowledgement. We are committed to truth and reconciliation, decolonizing of systems, compassionate, responsive, and inclusive care. We acknowledge that we are gathered on ancestral lands on Treaty 1 territory. The original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Anisesinu, Dakota, and Dene, and the homeland of the Métis. We acknowledge that our water is sourced from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation and Treaty 3 territory. So let's dive in. We're going to be going through money and emotions, understanding the connection because there is a lot of connection. And when things feel really slippery, when things feel hard, when things feel overwhelming and that they're slipping away, how do we navigate that road so that we can get to our goals? And then some practical tools for soothing our big emotions. Adulting. Do not recommend. There are many benefits. Do you remember being really small and thinking, wow, like when I'm an adult, I could like have pickles for breakfast, right? That's about maybe the only perk. There are a lot of challenges. I will say that there are a lot of solutions to the challenges that we face. And so hopefully together we can go through them and find some things that work for us. So I want you to be curious. Does managing money ever feel overwhelming for you? Probably. I know it does for me, and that's okay because we're not alone. When I think about what I've learned about money, I think about almost like rainbow fireworks. It's been complicated. And just when I think, okay, like I know some things, then I realize there's more to know, and I continue growing and learning. So join us as we explore the connections between money and all of our emotions, which can be really positive emotions, easy emotions, and hard emotions. There are no bad emotions, but some can be more complicated to manage than others. So we're going to focus primarily on when things feel the spiciest for this video, but know that there are other resources, there are worksheets, there are all kinds of things that we put together for you that hopefully will help you on your journey. So the emotional spectrum of spending. Now, I know a lot of us, we don't want to spend money. We have lots of anxiety or worries, and so we just don't want to spend. And then we're very good and very good and very good. And then we go heavy spending. Now, neither one of these sides are really a sweet spot for us, okay? Both of them have some spicy moments, but there's some other alternatives that we will go through. So when you examine your body right now, what feelings come up when you think about money and finances? Is it mostly good, easy? Is it mostly hard and challenging? Is it somewhere in the middle? Just check in with your body and see where you feel that. Does it have a color? Now, I thought this image was hilarious, and especially the excitation. But there are so many emotions, including excitation, that are valid. All of these emotions, all the emotions in our body, in our mind, they are valid and they're normal, and they don't have to control us. So the first part is becoming aware and saying, oh, look at, I do have these emotions about money. What can I do about it? One of the biggest challenges is impulse spending. When we get money or we have money in our bank account, we have this deep desire to spend it. So we have lots of emotions. I might be bored. I might be stressed. It could be family stuff. It could be work. It could be a feeling of overwhelm. An example might be that I have a bunch of assignments due at school, and my mind says, you know what, you need a distraction. So I might spend Part of it is not really our fault, okay? If you think about how smart software is, that it provides all kinds of sneaky ways to get us to spend. They are truly masters at doing that. Then really understanding that makes it not a me problem, but an everybody problem. And that's why all of these businesses are making so much money. But when I spend all this money, when I click, click, spend, I feel good in the moment, right? It's meant to do that. And I might even think, I deserve this. You know what? I'll worry about my saving later. I've got everything under control. But eventually, I'm going to be feeling some really hard emotions, guilt, shame. I might feel really bad about that, especially when I check my bank accounts or when my credit cards do. Okay. These are normal things that happen. And then we go back again to all these emotions that are coming up and my body trying to find a solution to manage it, which sometimes, all the things around us on social media especially says, you know what, all you need? You just need a new shirt. The thing is, a new shirt doesn't solve anything, does it? It doesn't get me closer to my goal, unless my goal is to have that shirt. Sorry, not sorry. I just thought these were so funny. This is AI's version of the challenges of spending money, and I just needed some humor. So, in case you need heart eyes or a dripping piggy bank for no reason, maybe there's just a really cute dog that also kind of looks like a pig, or maybe it's sweat spend. That's my favorite part, is sweat spend. Okay, not even the internet knows the complexities of emotion around money. So I think that we can cut ourselves some slack, okay? So as we plan for spicy moments, we understand that different moments are going to have different sensations, okay? And spicy doesn't always mean bad. It can be excitement, it can be eagerness, it can be a whole bunch of things, okay? So I put a couple of different kinds of spicy over there. But as that intensity and emotion comes up, my desire, my relationship with money is affected. Okay. Just make some space for that. So here's some things that are proven to help. Okay. Pause. Allow yourself to step away. Take some deep breaths. Return to the decision with a calmer mind. Okay. One of my favorite techniques is the 24-hour rule. And I use this myself. I encourage people when they're like, oh, I need this thing, to put it in the cart and pause and walk away. Sometimes I realize the next day that it was the app or the software that was kind of gripping into me in the moment, telling me, oh, limited time. They do all the tricks, okay? But by the next day, most of the time, I realize I don't need it, or I'm okay to save for it, and I just keep it in my cart. Another technique that I use is called gamification. Okay. And it's not as cute as this game, but it's more fun. An example is, saving money is kind of lame. But if I save money with this idea that that's my money for the thing that I want, did you know that if you spend just $27 and change a day, every day, and just that could be like a lunch, that's $10,000 in a year. Oh, I'm going to lend this to my friend. Oh, I feel these emotions. I'm going to do this thing. So by having an idea of what is important to me in my mind, I make it like a game. Like, how fast can I save that money? How can I shift between like going out here or here? What's a healthier decision for me? And it makes it way more fun and manageable. Just be curious about that. Some other things that can really help are breathing exercises. I know, but they seriously work. So when I have big worries about money, Am I not going to have enough? What do I do? It's too much money. What do I do with it? Should I spend it all right now? I find a quiet place to sit or lay down. I close my eyes and take a few deep breaths through my nose and out my mouth. And you can do this with counting, or you can do this with mindfulness and just focusing on your body. Either way, it's going to be very good for you. So if you did want to count, you can breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 6. The research says that if you take 3 slow, mindful, deep breaths, it's a bit of a reset for your brain. Our brain is really amazing, but brains are meant for survival. They're not meant for joy, okay? That's not a you problem, that's a brain problem, and it serves us pretty well. But everything feels pretty urgent in the moment. The reality is that there's not that many things that are actually urgent. So breathing can help slow things down. Another is called a body scan. And it's where you close your eyes and you take a deep breath through your nose, out through your mouth, and you become aware of your body. Usually it's starting with the top of your head and slowly moving down all the way to your feet. And just noticing how each part of your body feels, including any tension or calmness. This one, self-talk, is maybe the most important. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Once you understand how powerful it can be, it can really serve you well. So how we talk to ourselves is very important. Learning to talk to ourselves with kindness, it actually helps in every area of our life. It can help us increase happiness and success. It's like as if we would talk to a good friend, whether they were having a good day or bad day. We would be kind to them about that. We would know that they're doing their best. They have good intentions, and we would believe in them. That power of talking to ourselves this way, it can shift our whole life. Now you're going to say, Angela, I've tried this. It is really hard to do. And you know what? You're right. When I'm having a bad day and I've made a mistake, which I make a lot of mistakes as a human, I call it humaning, okay? I can be really unkind to myself. So I pause and I say, oh, I see you trying your best. I see that. This was a hard one. That's the difference. And that allows us to reach goals that we would only dream of before. And then you just keep meeting it and meeting it. And that's what I want for you. Another piece is called a money reset. Now you say, oh my goodness, Angela, listen, I do really good for a while and then I slip. And guess what? Timu's addictive. Okay. I hear you. I see you. I have the same problems. And at any time, you can reset again. Remember your goals, okay? And we're going to figure out what those goals are in our life. They're going to grow and change. Okay, maybe your definition is to make sure you always have enough money for what you want to eat and a really great, safe place to live. Beautiful. Now, if we click online, that money goes real quick, remember? So when you catch yourself with kindness, go, oh my, yes, I see what I've done here. I've clicked a little bit too much. We can pause and breathe. We can journal our feelings. We can reach out to a support. Maybe we have a therapist. Maybe we've got some financial manager. I don't know what you got. And then return gently back to your goals and priorities. Using compassion is that self-kindness. It's not just our self-talk, but it's also treating our body, treating our money, treating our life with kindness. Where you think is what you can accomplish in your life is only this much of reality. We only know what we know. If you would have said to me when I was young, Angela, you are going to get to talk to the coolest people, the coolest youth, the nicest, most powerful, incredible next generation as part of what you get to do. I would have said, no way, that's too good. And you can accomplish more than this. It's incredible. And it starts with being kind to ourselves, right? Treating ourselves like a friend. And it takes practice, but I promise that skill will grow like any muscle in our brain and body. It will happen. Now, here we go. When money feels spicy, big emotions are normal. You can pause and reflect on these feelings behind the purchase. You can pause, you can wait. Soothe emotions with grounding and breathing exercises, okay? And create a reset plan to get back on track at any time, as many times as you need, which for a lot of us is weekly, okay? That's okay. Now, if you're wondering what kind of different webinars are available, well, we've got some funny pictures because why not, okay? So the first one, when money feels spicy. Number 2 is money can be sweet, empowering our money journey. The third is managing generosity, giving without pressure. Managing that pressure is tough, but we can learn, we can do it. And making money work, okay? Work for us, investing in our futures. Again, this video series was funded by Manitoba Association of Community Care Providers with input and support from the amazing CSA subcommittee. I would like to give special thanks to the team and to Andrea Kirkwood. And again, thank you. You can find me at Supporting Community Together.